This is Mr. Nobody. This is Mr. Nobody compared to Mr. Nothing. Mr. Nobody was a real character, and he's not showing up. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he's hiding. He hides. He's good, so he hides. He likes to hide. Oh man, I had it. I didn't underline it, so they penalized me for it. Hey, I had it down as Mr. Nobody. Eesh. I'm sorry, Dina. This is taking too long. It's taking much too long, and we're not getting anywhere. Have patience. You must have billions of patience, man. You must be a busy person. Come on, knock it off. That's the ticket, man. That's not the right one, man. Mr. Nobody. What happened to Mr. Nobody? I don't want to lose my temper. I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna start banging my head against the wall. Nobody wants that. Here it is. Finally, I got it up. Mr. Nobody. I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds and skies of blue. In a place I visited I once knew. I saw through a vision of you, our birds flew, by two of me singing couplets for you. Mr. Nobody, I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds and skies of blue. In a place I visited I once knew. I went through a vision of you. I see through a vision of you. Our birds flew, by two of me singing couplets for you. Mr. Nobody, I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds and skies of blue. In a place I visited I once knew. I saw through a vision of you. Our birds flew, by two of me singing couplets for you. Original finale by John Billy. Mr. Nobody, I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds and skies of blue. But blowing thick white clouds in a sky of blue. In a place I visited, in a place I visit I once knew. I see through a vision of you. I see things through a vision of you. Our birds flew, by two of me singing couplets for you. I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds in skies of blue. In a place I visited I once knew. I saw through a vision of you. Our birds flew, by two of me singing couplets for you. Mr. Nobody, I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds in skies of blue. In a place I visited, I'm sorry. It's got the past and present tense have to be mixed up. That's the way poets do it. That's the way the good poets do it. I'm mixed up in my present and my past, so I end up last, first and last, first and last, but not least. Mr. Nobody. I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, blowing thick white clouds in skies of blue. In a place I visit, I once knew. I saw through things a vision of you. Our birds flew by two of me, singing couplets for you. Mr. Nobody. I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds in skies of blue. Mr. Nobody. I'm a nowhere poet doing nothing, but blowing thick white clouds in a sky of blue. In a place I visit, I once knew. I saw things through visions of you. Our birds flew by two of me, singing couplets for you. Whichever one you want, Dina. If you don't want any of them, you don't want any of those poems, throw them all out. I'm finally coming into my own. You can see me. I'm actually showing up. I'm showing up for this event. What event it is, I don't know, but disregard Mr. Nothing and put in Mr. Nobody. I think it came out better, but I have to see. Then I'll give you the final judgment. Okay, bye bye. Wish me luck. Oh man, I forgot to do it. Cancel, 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 cancel. Control B, Control V. Oh man, I hope I did this right. Oh boy. Took such a long time to get this right.